So now we'll start all over again. That's the great thing about technology. So, in terms of for the people who aren't here, just to welcome you along to the diploma course, I'm going to share my screen with you and just go through just the rules, because I know what we have here today. Just that you're all aware, there are kind of two separate groups. So there is one group who are starting today, day one, who have never seen us, don't know us, have never attempted the course, and you are all very welcome and welcome aboard onto the journey of learning. And then the other half of the class have been with us. So you were with us. Some started in February, some started over the summer, and have completed your first term. And then we all joined together now for the second term. So when we get to the end of this term, some will be finished, some will be moving on, and that's how the course sort of alternates over the years. And the course itself has been running now for nearly 20 years in this format. There were different courses in the past. In this format, though, we've been running it for 20 years, and it is the standard in credit management in Ireland. So you do see jobs looking for, qualified credit controllers. This is it. This is the only show. And well, there's CICM is another show, and but in Ireland, this is the main show in town. So that is that. So in terms of this morning, I'm going to give you a welcome, which I have done, I hope already. I'm going to set out the ground rules for the course, so those of you coming back are kind of familiar with it, because it's exactly the same format this term as last term. For the new people, just let you know what you're letting yourselves in for and what to expect. Then we will move into credit management. So Paul Daly is here. Paul is your tutor for credit management, and he will give you the detailed overview of the credit management course and what you can expect there. Then we go take a break, tea, coffee, fag, or whatever it is you need to stay sane, and then we're back at 11:30, and Angelina, who has joined us, is your tutor for risk assessment, and we'll let you know what you're letting yourself in for there. We'll wrap it up about 12:15. We're not going to, just because we said 12:15, we're not going to keep you. If everything is finished and you're happy, then we'll wrap it up early. If you have loads of questions and you want us to stay back, well, certainly I'm not rushing away afterwards. So if you want to stay back and pick my brains and ask me difficult questions, then quite happy to do that. I am one of these sad credit people that will sit and talk credit for as long as it takes. So quite happy to do that. So we have allocated 15 minutes. If it takes more, it takes more. And if you want to go at 12:15, that's fine too. And I know some of you have said you have to go early because of other commitments. That's fine. I'll be doing 3 separate sessions. So when I send you the links to the recordings, you'll get 3 links. One to the introduction, one to credit management, and one to risk. So you can focus on the one that you need to see. So, and even though it's for the benefit of people who are not here, it's also for your benefit as well. So you can go back and have a look, and if there's anything that needs clarification, and if it does, that's us. I have pictures here of Angelina. She probably won't be able to see her on Zoom. The screens are small. So there's Angelina, who's looking after risk. There's Paul, who looks after credit management. There's mugshots of myself and Katrina as well, just so you know what we look like. And we're sort of behind the scenes. So your interaction on each subject will be with your tutor. So if you have a question on risk, you talk to Angelina. If you have a question on credit management, you talk to Paul. And I suppose anything else is myself and Katrina. So that's in terms of a contact line. Who do you talk to? And look, I'm involved. I will support the tutors and give you backup and all that kind of stuff. So look, feel free to reach out to us. That is the important part. The other thing that I think is probably good that you all realise as well is that there is a difference. So both Paul and Angelina have day jobs, and their tutoring on this course is something that they do on a part-time basis for the love of credit and the love of students. So that's that. So they have a day job. Katrina and I, this is our day job. So if you need to talk to somebody at 10 o'clock in the morning, better off giving me a bell or Katrina, because we're at the desks and this is what we do, whereas Paul and Angelina have jobs. But they are available in the evenings and all that sort of stuff if you need to talk to people. So that's that. So what happens? So we have the induction here this morning where we go through the rules. Hopefully by 12:15 you'll know everything you need to know in terms of how it works and the commitment that you're making. So what will happen is on Monday you will get, and I said Monday because that's the rules, that we send out the notes every Monday to you. And just thinking of that, Paul, I know you sometimes send them out on a Sunday, don't you? Is Paul? Oh, Paul's muted. Yes.
Sorry, I'm frantically trying to find the off mute button. Yes, I do. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So I suppose my guidance would be, if certainly by Monday evening, 9 times out of 10, you'll receive it on a Sunday, or possibly even earlier if I happen to have something on the Sunday. So certainly, if you haven't received anything by Monday night, do drop me an email, because the chances are something's gone a bit awry.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, we can. Although the fact that everybody is here would suggest we have the email addresses correct, which is always a help. So we'll email you the notes. So you will get an email over the weekend, but definitely by Monday you will have an email from Paul, and in that email there are 2 files. One is a file with the notes for credit management, and he'll go through the order that the notes are going to get in. And what you do is you read those notes, you understand them. There's practical exercises and stuff to bring it to life as well. And the second file that you will have in that folder is a short test. And the short test is 10 questions based on the material that you were given. Now that's very important, because the test is based on the notes that you're given. The answers we expect are from the notes you were given. So, you might have different ideas, and we're always interested in new ideas. So, if you want to be really smart and say, well, the answer in the book is this, and I think it should be that, well, then definitely we look and we listen, because I've only been doing this for my whole life, and I still learn new things every day and new ways of looking at things. So we're always open, and we're always revising and always updating. So if you only give your own opinion, then obviously we can't give you marks, because we're looking for the marks that are in the notes. So you have a week. So every Monday you get your notes, you go through your notes. And the joy of this course is there's nobody saying you have to be at your desk at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday or whatever. You decide what your week is. You might decide, Thursday from 8 to 9 or 8 to 11 is the time that suits me, and I'm going to block that off for study. And it probably, from a discipline perspective, it probably works best to just in your own head just fence off some time. How long does it take? I don't know. And I'll tell you why I don't know, because I don't know how long it takes you to read a page. So, I would think, 2 to 3 hours a week should be enough to go through the notes. There are people who spend 5, and then there's clever people who spend less. I think, though, just as a kind of rule of thumb, you'd want to be putting aside 2 or 3 hours a week. That's a kind of a guideline. And I say, if you're really smart, you can do it quicker. If you have to read things 10 times, and if you have to read things 10 times, guys, do, because I know. And I feel your pain, because I went back to do my diploma in credit management after many years having left school. I was even married with kids by the time I started my studies in credit management back in the day. And, when I was in school, I'd read a page and I'd go to the answers and I'd know them and I'd move on. And the brain just gets so rusty that sometimes you have to read it 5 times for it to sink in. So look, just if that happens to you, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just you need to train your brain, and if it takes 5 times, then read it 5 times. And I say these subjects should be interesting to you. So the short tests you complete, and you send them back to your tutor the following Monday. So you get your notes on a Monday, and then the following Monday you send them back. Is that okay? And we're going to alternate, so rather than getting stuck on one subject, so next Monday you're going to get credit management, the following Monday you're going to get risk, then credit management, risk. I have a whole timetable here for you. And in terms of taking notes here today, this PowerPoint presentation I'm sharing with you I will email that to you after the session today, so you'll have, so you don't have to take notes. You will get this presentation along with the links to the recordings. Now, just that you know, by the time I upload the links and convert them, and audio files can be temperamental yolks, so it takes me an hour or more, because I'm a bit slow, to get all the files and links and everything together. So it'll be some part of the afternoon you'll get it, in case you're sitting there waiting for it. So that is that. Then there's 4 sets of notes in each subject. So there's 4 subjects in the diploma. There is 4 modules within each subject, and then there's different sections within each module. So that is that. And then what will happen is, when you submit your short tests, say for credit management on Monday week, Paul will then, he will correct them, and he will write back and say you got 6 out of 10, you got 8 out of 10, and give you some pointers as well. So, and guys, the thing is not to beat yourselves up. You know, you're allowed to make mistakes, and I know there's a perfectionist in all of us, and the thing is not to become disheartened. It's a learning process, and we want you to learn. And if you make mistakes, and you will learn more by the mistakes you make than the things you get right. So if you do get things wrong, you know, learn it. By all means, question it, and that's fine. And then, you know, move on. So that is your short tests. Now, we also, throughout the term, we have 2 assignments. So assignments kind of test your understanding of the concepts, and so they're kind of bigger assignments that you have to do, and there's 2 per subject, and you have a week to do the short tests, you have 2 weeks to do the assignments and complete them, and again they'll be explained in full to you. And then finally, when you've done your 4 short tests, you've done your 2 assignments, at the end of the process then we do have a written exam. Now, post-COVID, the exam has become a lot easier, and I know I'm looking at Paul here as well. The marks have kind of gone up a lot, so it's not just the Leaving Cert now that has become diluted. Our little diploma has as well, because guys, it's an open book exam. So in the old days you used to have to come to an exam hall, which was either Trinity or UCD at the time, if you remember, and sit down and do a blind paper as if the Leaving Cert. Obviously with COVID and remote working and all that sort of stuff, we changed the format and they are now online, and you know, we're sticking with the online format. So hopefully we will phrase the questions in such a way that copying and pasting is not an option. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. And we talked about the exams, and you'll be well prepared and tutored for the exam, because I know everybody hates exams and the thoughts of them drive people mad. We'll have a revision session in advance. You'll get mock papers. You'll kind of know what's coming up, and that's that. And once you've done your short tests, your assignments, and your exams, the marks are all put together, and then you're ready to rock. So that is how the course works. And I always tell people, if you're putting slides together, you know, never put loads of words on the slide, and there's loads of words on that one. This is just, again, for your reference. So we're setting out the dates where, look, this is when you get your notes, this is when you get your credit, this is when. So you'll see here, the first week you get credit management, second week risk, third week credit management. And then what we're going to do is, on the 10th of October, we'll give you your assignment in credit management. So you've had your 2 notes, you get your assignment, you have 2 weeks to submit that. Then we're going to do your second credit risk assessment, and then your assignment for credit risk assessment. We're taking a break for Halloween. And guys, if you say to me, oh Dec, I'm away for the week on the 24th of October, just let your tutor know. Say, look, I'm away that week. And there's 2 things you can do. Either 1, you can submit your tests early, or 2, you can be late. So, you know, and that break helps you to catch up and all that sort of stuff. So, look, you know, we're as flexible as we can be. The only thing that we will urge you is to submit your tests every week. Now, if you miss a week because of holidays, sickness, weddings, look, the real world catches up with us. And you know, I heard a great line a while ago, which I'll share with you. I think it's great. It says, if you want to make God laugh, tell them what you're going to do tomorrow, which I just think is great. Because there's some things we just don't have any power or control over. So on that basis, if you have a week's holidays, go relax. We're not expecting you to bring your notes with you and swat on the beach. Enjoy, relax, take it easy, and then catch up when you get back. So that is that. Let us know though, so we're not waiting for your stuff. And we always find the students who do the tests, do the assignments, turn up for the revision, and do the exams, they get through. The students who think they know it all and just have to read the notes the night before the exam, they are the people who fail. So, and thankfully there's been very few of them over the year, but there have been some. And, there's that common thread among them. So they are the dates, and this is going to bring us from now up to the 12th of December. And the idea is that, with 2 weeks to go to Christmas, you have your assignments, you have all your coursework finished this side of Christmas. Then you have, so I go into the other dates as well. So then the revision session then, so in January we have a revision session where we go through everything, and all this happens on a Saturday morning, so just that you're aware. So that is that. Email on Tuesday, I have all this, do assignments, and that's it. That is fine. These are the contact details. Yeah, I should align that properly. So let's do it now. This is the perfectionist in me now. You see, I told you there was a perfectionist in me. So does that? Yeah, probably. Yeah, there we go. So that's the email address for both Paul and Angelina. We keep it simple. It's Paul at ICMT, Angelina at ICMT, Katrina at ICMT, and Declan at ICMT. And if we get another Paul or another Angelina, now we're in trouble. So that's how to get us. So that's the emails. If you can't understand something, and look, I suppose particularly in risk, spend a few minutes to see if you can work it out. Because if you work it out, it's best. And if you're stuck, then come and talk to us, and we'll help you. Not to use the tutors as the first point to call. See if you can work it out yourself, and if you are genuinely stuck, of course we're here to help. That's it. And I have here that tutors are available by appointment, because they have lives, and if you want to have a call with them, it's probably best just send them an email, say, look, are you free later week, I want to talk to you, and then just set up, schedule a call or whatever, and that probably works better for everybody. So rather than just ringing out of the blue. But as I say, with Katrina and myself, you can ring us out of the blue anytime. Plagiarism, is not allowed. We're not having plagiarism.
I need the bread, honey.
So, are you muting again, Katrina? Yeah.
Yep.
That's grand. Yeah, I'm still. So that is that. Workbooks. I'm mentioning here for the first time. So when I said about the credit management, in credit management you will get your notes and your short test and you work through. For risk, I should have said, you will get 3 files. You will get your notes, you will get your short test, and you will also get a workbook for risk. And risk of all the subjects is probably, I don't want to turn you off now. It can be difficult because I know you guys are not accountants, and risk it starts off being very accountancy based. And I make no apologies for that, because as a credit controller aspiring to be a credit manager, as a credit manager, you have to be able to read and understand a set of accounts, because that's the data that you need in order to predict the future. So if you don't know what a trading profit loss, a balance sheet, an income statement, revenue, expenses, liabilities, you have to know these things to be a knowledgeable credit guy. And at some stage in your career, somebody's going to throw a set of accounts on your desk and say, are they good for 50 grand? And to a lot of people, looking at a set of accounts is like looking into a field, and there's hundreds of numbers and columns and pages and rubbish. And what we hope to do in the risk subject is just to deconstruct that so it makes absolute sense to you. You know where you have to go, and where you get the information, and then how to make decisions on that basis. So what we do with risk, because it's a more alien subject, you will get your notes, you'll read the first few pages, and then at the bottom of the page it says, and now you should be able to answer the first 3 questions in your workbook. So what you do is then you stop where you are in the notes, you go to your workbook, see if you can answer the first 3 questions. If you can, well done, move on. If you can't, go back. The answers are in the notes, and see if you can find them. And then after an hour, if you still can't find them, then Angelina, help, where I can't get this at all. And some people get it and some people don't. And the people who don't get it, and I know we're going to talk in depth about credit risk later on, the people who don't get it are the intelligent people who overthink it. Are you with me? Accounting, look, if accountants can do it, it has to be easy, right? And it's simple. And it's simple if you go step by step by step by step. Credit controllers tend to go to the bottom line because forget all the nonsense, just show me the money. So we tend to be kind of bottom line people, and we jump from one to the other because that's in our nature. In accounting and risk, it's step by step by step by step. So you have to slow down, switch your brain off, and follow the instructions. And that's what people have difficulty with. Because we know people can't be great at everything, we have, it's 40% is the pass mark overall. If there's one subject you're not great in, we have a system of passing by compensation. So if you get 35 in one of the 4 subjects and you get over 50 in another, then you get what's called a pass by compensation. So you do it. So that's it. So text, WhatsApp, whatever, schedule a call. There's our phone numbers as well, so you can contact us whatever way you want to. So Angelina and Paul by appointment, ourselves, whenever you want to. In terms of the marking system as well, so how is it marked? Well, you get 10% for your 4 short tests, so it's 2.5% for each short test of the overall exam. So you get 10% for the short tests. You get 20% for the 2 assignments, 10% each. So that's 30% of the marks, and then you get 70% for the exam. So hopefully you'll have close to 30% before you even sit the exam at all, and you only need 40% to pass. So come on. Now, the one thing that we do say, you have to get at least 40% in the exam. So that's 28 out of 70, and we'll show you exactly how you can do that. So guys, it is doable if you do the work. If you don't, there's nothing anybody can do for you. So everything that you do counts for the overall. And when you get your results letters, as half the crew here already have, so a pass is from 40 to 60, a merit is from 61 to 79, and a distinction is 80 or over. So that's the breakdown. So it'll say pass, merit or distinction, and eventually when you get your diploma, that will also be with, you either get your diploma, you get your diploma with merit, or your diploma with distinction. And look, guys, to get a distinction is not easy. Very few people get them, and some people get upset when they don't. It's not easy. You have to get everything absolutely right. So that is that. So that's how all the marks add up, and we do all the sums and all the rest. We also have dates for your diary. So what we're planning is on Saturday the 5th of November to have a revision session just on risk. So that's positioned between getting your first assignment and submitting your first assignment. And we'll just get you all together. Now, this is optional for yourselves if you want to come or not. And we'll just go through the trading profit and loss and balance sheet, which is the focus of the first 2 modules, to make sure that you fully understand everything and give you in the best possible way to submit your assignment. So that's the only other Saturday that we have to get together. The 14th of January is the revision. Now, I have to apologise for this, because if you check the website, that is down as the 7th of January. Now, 2 reasons. Number one, 7th January is pretty close after the new year, and it kind of catches people on the hop. And the other thing, purely selfishly, my son decided to get married on the 7th of January for some mad reason. I have no idea why. So I just thought, look, 14th of January probably works better for everybody. So we have the revision on the 14th January, and we'll give you the heads up, and then the following Saturday then we sit down and do the exams. You get to do the risk in the morning at 10, and then the credit management at lunchtime, and at 3 o'clock then you're done. And the great thing about having exams in January is that in your house at Christmas time, if relations come you don't want to talk to, oh, I have an exams in January, I can't talk to you, I'm sorry. For those of you who are finished, you are finished in January, and you will be invited to the most fantastic graduation party we ever had. We've run them now for a number of years, and it's just great to celebrate your achievements. That'll be in March, and we'll give you the details. For those of you who are coming back for the second term, there's the date. So the second term starts on the 18th of February. Then we have revision in May, and we wrap it all up then before the before June. So that'll be the exams and everything sorted. And then there's some absolutely, if you think you're mad doing 4 terms, there are some mad people in the group who will remain nameless, who are then coming back for another year after, well, not another term after that, which is a 12-week to go ahead to the advanced diploma in credit management, where you bring it from sort of credit controller level and learning the operations up to management level to manage credit. No pressure on anybody at this stage. I'm just throwing the option out. You might consider it at the time, or you might say, no, never again. So the option is yours. So that's that. So and those who have signed up for the advanced diploma, you know, you're in for a treat as well. In terms of accreditation, ICMT, so there's so many I's and C's and M's and T's and all sorts of letters like that. So ICMT is Irish Credit Management Training. That is the three of us in the room. We are the company that provides the tuition, the education, the notes and everything else. CMII is the Credit Management Institute of Ireland. They certify. So when you get your diploma, you will get your diploma from CMII, the Credit Management Institute of Ireland. You are encouraged to join the institute and to become a professional member. Here's the thing, it's free. Okay, I don't know why they do it mad. Again, they're committed, sad credit people like yourselves. So what I will do is, when I'm sending out the slides and the links, I will also send you a link to join CMII. There is no charge for joining, and you become part of a community. They have events, information and all that kind of stuff, and CMII focuses on credit management in Ireland, and there's about 300 or 400 members now at the moment, and it is good to be part of a professional organisation, and I would highly recommend it. And you can get as involved or not as you want, and there are different grades. Like there's professional grades where I think they charge you 50 quid and you get letters after your name when you qualify and all that sort of stuff. So I'm not getting into that here. And not only with CMII, from an Irish perspective, there's another international group called AICDP, which is the Association of International Credit Directors and Professionals. Now, they operate in, you know, all around the world now at this stage. It's a multinational association of credit professionals, and they too recognise the qualification. And so again, I would encourage you, if you have any sort of international dimension to your work, sign up for AICDP. Even if you don't sign up anyway, they have webinars, they have seminars, they have speakers, they have topics, and no harm to find out what's happening in the world of credit. So, you know, I will send you both links to you can join. And once you're a member, so if you decide, look, I just want to be a member of AICDP because everything is international, well then come graduation you will get your diploma from AICDP. You have to have a membership number to get your diploma. So that's and it's back to you. So you'll have those links, and it's up to you. I've no guidance one way or the other. You can do it or not, and that's that. Questions? Yeah, I think I have gone slightly over 3 minutes. Sorry about that, folks. So that is that. Just in terms of if you want to meet AICDP and CMII in person, you probably saw on the bottom of my signature about the World Credit Congress and the Credit Team Awards. You know, this is a huge credit congress with people from all over the world coming to Dublin on the 11th and 12th of October. All the top people from credit, top topics: technology, software, automation, artificial intelligence, conversational, all that kind of stuff. So you're more than welcome to join us. Now there is a fee that hopefully your company will pay. We do have student discounts and stuff. And look, if your company are too cheap to pay, talk to us, because like we'd love to have you there, and we're open to doing deals. So that is that. So guys, from a question perspective, I'm going to stop recording now.